Bitcoin blasts through 74K resistance and gets up to 76K. Is 80K next, or are we going to cool down? Let's find out. Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now it's about 5:20 p.m. Eastern time and the price of Bitcoin is currently at 74,630. Before we go over the top-down analysis, I want to go over this winning trade I gave you guys yesterday on the 15-minute chart. Give you guys this cup and handle play at a little bit under 74K. The measured move was to about 75,172. Not only did we hit the measured move, but we went up as high as 76K, so that's over a $2,000 win. Congratulations on whoever took this trade. This is a big win for the FlexCandle community. Now we're gonna start off here with the weekly chart. As you guys know, this week that just passed, we ended with a green engulfing candle that ate up this wick. This is bullish, and right now we're starting off the week with a green candle as well. The 21 moving average is currently at 84,177. With the stochastics are looking healthy, they're pointing up, the RSI is pointing up. It looks like we might be going towards that 21 moving average, especially since we broke above the resistance of 74K finally. You take a look at the 4-day chart, we still have room on the stochastics RSI to continue going up. We are getting close to the 21 moving average. This is going to be interesting to see how it interacts. Are we going to get rejected? If we don't get rejected and we could get back above this 200 moving average, we have a chance to continue going up. We might see 85K, maybe we can even reach 90K. But the first thing is we have to get above 80K before those things are possible. On the 2-day chart, you guys know I have this on a bear flag here that could take us down to about 43K. So far right now, we're negating the bear flag. I'm not convinced yet. You know, we might have to get above this 50 moving average, which is at 80,270 for me to be sure, because at any point in time, we could just reverse back. The stochastics RSI here are a little toppy here. I'm hoping we drag here so we could get above this 50 moving average, and then maybe we could use that as support. We take a look at the daily chart. The stochastics RSI are also getting a little toppy here, but one thing that I'm liking is that we got above the 21 moving average and we got above the 50 moving average. The next stop now is going to be this 80 moving average at 78,473. At the moment, we kind of have a indecisive red candle, but we still have about 2 hours and a half before this candle closes. I'm liking how this is kind of looking rounded on the bottom. Rounded bottoms usually go up, rounded tops usually come down. The RSI here is kind of rolling over. A little early to say, but we do have to be careful. The stochastics are toppy here. This could roll over at any moment. If we do roll over, we need to use this 21 moving average as support. That's at 69,513, but hopefully we can stay above 74K, because if we lose 74K again, then that's going to be resistance all over again. On the 22-hour chart, stochastics are looking toppy as well. We got above all the moving averages. The next stop is this 200 moving average at 80,613. On the 8-hour chart, stochastics are starting to point down here. We got rejected right off the 200 moving average. I was telling you guys we were gonna go to the 200 moving average, but we got rejected here. That was at 76,232. Right now the 21 moving average is at 71,795. We need to hold that 21 moving average to stay bullish here. Now on the 4-hour chart, the stochastics were on the way down. I'm starting to see some curvature coming back up. The RSI looks a little toppy here as well. Let's see what ends up happening. I do have this in a flag, and the measure move to this takes us above 78K, and so far we have been breaking out. The 21 moving average is not too far. That's currently at 72,929. I just do not want to lose that 74K support. This candle right here in the middle, I'm not liking that. That kind of looks like a topping tail to me. Ever since then, we've been falling down and we haven't been able to reach that peak again, which was exactly at 76K according here to the chart. If we could get above this peak, then 78K is open, 80K is open, but we need to get above this wick at the moment. Right now, if we could curve back up, this is kind of looking like a flat, kind of like a falling wedge that could give us the rest of the measure move we need to get to 78K. On the 1-hour chart, the stochastics are looking toppy as well, and this is not looking good here. This is kind of looking like a head and shoulder pattern. Left shoulder, head, and we could be making the right shoulder at the moment. If this plays out, the measure move to this could take us below the 200 moving average, basically back to 70K, which is where we should have some support. With the stochastics being toppy, right here you can see that the RSI has a hump. We're trying to come up again, but it looks like it wants to roll over. This looks possible. Tomorrow, I believe we have a Fed meeting. I believe we have some reports. You guys already know how volatile those days are, so it's possible this is just setting up to roll over, and maybe depending on how tomorrow's meeting goes, we could go up or we could come down. On the 15-minute chart, stochastics were on the way up. This also kind of looks like it wants to roll over. This RSI kind of looks like a head and shoulder pattern as well. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. This right here looks double top. top. We're trying to stay above the 21 moving average. As you can see, if we zoom out the 15-minute chart, you can see the head and shoulder pattern as well. So if we lose the 200 moving average, which is at 73,829, I do see us getting more downside. Hopefully we could get support at around 72k. Worst case scenario 70k. Worst case scenario 69k. We lose 69k, we're going to go further down. I think that with tomorrow's meeting, we might be seeing a little bit lower prices, maybe seeing 73, maybe 72k, and then maybe from there we could rebound. All right guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.